So, here's a good one. This is about some folks that have a dog that's starting to show dog aggression, and she's taken it to her vet. And the vet wants her to take out the canine teeth on her dog so when it fights, it doesn't cause any problems or less problems. I wrote an article on my website on why some vets do not deserve your respect or your money. This certainly falls into that category. I'll read it. Hi, I have a question. I've read through other posts about dog aggression, but need advice on my own dog. I have a 2-year-old Rottie that I bottle fed from 1 day old. He's always food aggressive. He growled and tried to bite at 4 weeks old. Hitting him hasn't helped. Probably not. Obedience training hasn't corrected the problem. Probably not. The problem is, it just pisses him off. Can you blame him? He was never dog aggressive until 2 years old. He killed an Akita German Shepherd mix. Nothing related to him. In other words, this dog he killed was not part of his pack or family. After that, it started with stray cats and then progressed to dogs. He killed my 5-year-old Cocker Spaniel, who had already suffered an attack by someone else's Akita. He killed my Shepherd puppy after playing with it for a week. That's when he started trying to kill dogs. He hasn't ever shown aggression towards them until then. He's now attacked my Spaniels 13 times, in which I've beat the hell. This is why some of these are so bad you can't make them up. But I feel like I have to read them because we still get emails like this all the time. So I beat the hell out of him, but to no avail. He's fine for a little while, then he tries to attack the female again. He does not have bad bloodlines. His dad does the same thing. So he doesn't have bad bloodlines, except his dad tries to kill dogs too. But his mom was the sweetest Rottie ever. He has also started to blank out. He goes in a daze and doesn't seem to know where he is or what he's done after a fight. I've dealt with people-aggressive dogs before and have handled them, but never a dog that's dog-aggressive. After he attacked them, he seems to go into shock. He loves people as long as they stay away from his food. And I knock the hell out of him and then make him eat that food from my hand. And then when I set the food bowl back down, I touch him and if he growls, I knock him upside the head or kick the snot out of him and take the food bowl away to make him eat it while I pet him. I know you're thinking the same exact thing that I'm thinking on this. What the hell? If he continues, I take the food and he doesn't get the rest of it until he eats while letting me touch him. I purchased a chrome basket muzzle from you, and when I put it on, he constantly tries to take it off. But even with the muzzle on, he still tries to attack my other dogs. They are all in kennels, but him and my Spaniel. He tries to fight them through the wire. If I let one of the pups out for a while, when he's wearing the muzzle, he takes the muzzle and uses it as a weapon of sorts. You think? People who think that a dog can't hurt you with a muzzle on, especially a wire muzzle, have never had to fight a dog at a muzzle. He keeps slamming his head against them. Any suggestions on what to do with him? I'm just at the point of putting him down. I won't trust giving him to another person. Our vet thinks it could be due in part because the people we got him from feed the pregnant mother raw meat. What part of the earth was that vet trained in? Asher, my Roddy, is the only surviving puppy out of the 4 litters from his sire. The rest died or the mother ate them. This is almost so crazy you wonder if it's even legit. But I think that it is. I'm very attached to this dog because I did have it do 15-minute feedings 24 hours a day. His skin was so thin that antibiotics could seep out of the skin when he was a baby. He had to have 3 wormings a week for the first 6 weeks of his life and penicillin shots at 3 days. No dog anywhere needs to have 3 worming shots a week. Now, either this guy has a really, really bad vet, and I think he probably does, or he reads some books on the internet. Not to mention several times we have had to do CPR on him when he was a puppy. I've gone on long enough on this. There's more, but any help or comments would be appreciated. Comments would be, you have too many dogs. You don't know how to manage dogs. You don't know how to train dogs. And quite frankly, I don't think you should own dogs. And I don't say that about a lot of people. But there reaches a point when it's time to toss in the towel on a dog. Now that dog's not sitting here, so I can't see the dog, but he certainly has told us a lot about how that dog reacts. And to allow this dog to run loose outside, this dog should have been in the kennel. This dog should never have come out of the kennel without having a muzzle on. It shouldn't have come out of the kennel even with a muzzle on when there's other dogs loose. But what kind of life is that for a dog? And unfortunately, with this dog, it's probably time to toss in the towel, because I don't think you're going to fix something like this. There's too much to fix. First, you have to fix the owner, and I don't think they're fixable. Then you have to fix the dog, and so much has happened that I don't think he's fixable. And it's probably a genetic thing, because he said the father of this dog killed dogs too. So it's a genetic issue. It's a train wreck waiting to happen, or it's a train wreck that's already happened and it's looking to get worse. So in closing here, I need to talk about the fact of where these questions and answers come from. They come from the Ask Cindy portal on the front of Leerburg.com. Cindy's my wife. And if you don't need to be a customer of Leerburg to ask a question. If you have a question on training, if you have a question on raising puppies, on healthcare, on breeding, feel free to log in. And you do need to put your email address, because the email is tied to the question that you have. And if Cindy comes back, or if you come back a week or a month or a year later, she can call up all of the questions and answers that you've written in on and review them. And it's just a better way for her to help. We don't sell mailing lists. We don't spam people with our mailing list. We do have two weekly newsletters that go out, but people can opt into those newsletters. If they want to opt out, they're off the list and they don't get a newsletter. They also don't learn about when we have good sales on our online courses either, or on the equipment that we sell. So, if you have a question, ask Cindy. She answers them usually the day after people write them in, unless she's not feeling good or unless she's traveling.